What's up, guys? Welcome back to Whiskey Website Wednesdays. This is episode 65. My name is Mira. I'm the social media manager at Outside the Box. This is Gauch. You are watching Whiskey Website Wednesdays, where we drink a new whiskey and talk a whole lot of marketing nonsense. Today, we are drinking Ben Riach. I don't know how to say it.
Ben Riach.
Ben Riach. So, as usual, I'm going to open the bottle. Gauch is going to pour, and we're going to be talking about Shopify. I keep getting it wrong. They're too similar. We're going to be talking about Shopify selling weed. Pretty much. That's the gist of it. So that's what we're talking about today.
We'll talk about the whiskey first before the weed. I mean, that's an easily translatable, thing to be weed website Wednesdays. Yeah.
Oh my God, could you imagine? Whiskey in one hand, weed in the other.
We would not get shit done. Anyhow, as you can see, the color is crisp summer gold. Yes, this was the description. I do not know what summer gold is, but it is that. On the nose, fresh, lively combination of crisp green orchard fruits. There's some ginger and hints of tangerine in there, creamy vanilla, some mint. There's a lot of citrus notes as well as some sweet barley back notes. I actually liked, when I was reading it, I liked the fact that it had a lot of citrus notes. I'm a citrus guy anyway. So the palate is warm toasted oak spices flooded with some green apple skins, and you get some dried apricots in there, ripening, hints of peach and soft banana, and then you get some lemon zest. On the finish, it's a long crisp barley finish. So that's what we're dealing with. Sounds like something that we would like. I didn't look into how it's best ranked, so we'll find out today. This reminds me of Brookladdy? No. It reminds me of, oh crap, now I'm gonna have to go literally sniffing all the other whiskeys.
Shot for shot of all the other whiskeys.
There's a lot of green apple in there. It's like apple juice. Delicious. Alright, well, cheers, guys.
Wow.
That's not bad.
That is smooth.
There is a smoky, oaky finish to it.
Smoky oaky?
Smoky oaky. Does have intriguing character. Yes, I do like this. I'm going to try it with some ice in a bit. But she's going to start us off talking about Spotify, weed, and the LCBO. And then we'll just talk about, how to use your e-commerce.
You said Spotify.
Yeah, because you said Spotify so many times today. Sorry.
It's Shopify.
Shopify.
Shopify is a platform we use for e-commerce solutions for any of our clients that want to sell products or anything. That's basically the gist of, I won't go into all the technical details behind Shopify, but if you know Shopify, you can sell products and not really services on it, but you can just sell stuff on it. LCBO, which is, we are based in Ontario, so LCBO is our liquor control board of Ontario. That's what LCBO stands for. LCBO regulates all of the liquor that comes into Ontario, and what they are going to be doing is also regulating the sale of cannabis through their stores, and also using Shopify, I said Shopify, online. So using, you can essentially buy weed online through their platform. And so what they're going to do is initially through brick and mortar stores, launch it through 40 stores, and then by 2020 launch it to 150 stores. It's cool. I mean, would you buy weed online, or do you buy weed? Is this a topic we can casually talk about now?
It's Canada.
Sorry, Mom.
I can say, trust me, I'm a doctor. So
yeah.
Building on that, I mean, this is actually a great win for Shopify as well, which is a Canadian company, right? I think they're based in Ottawa. On top of the fact that, yes, there's a lot of clients that even come to us that use Shopify. It's a great platform to use. It's easy to use. However, there's a lot of customizable elements as well. And even companies such as ours, we can work on it to spruce it up instead of your basic cookie cutter website. And obviously, with the LCBO going to Shopify, it shows you how secure it can be and how comprehensive it can be if you knew how to use it. So this kind of proves it's worth it as more than just a cookie cutter template type of a situation. It kind of works the same way as WordPress. People think WordPress websites are basic, you can just do it, but people don't realize how comprehensive a WordPress website can be. And again, it's not that you can't do it yourself. You can, but there's so much that you can do with WordPress. It's not just drag and drop. People think hey, I just set it up and I put a few pictures and that's it. And you can. However, there's a lot you can do with it, which a lot of everyday consumers or laymen don't understand. But it is very comprehensive. And the same with Shopify. Again, if LCBO and the government is going to go with them, you have to understand how secure they are and how much options they give them. Just so you know, like for 2018, like e-commerce websites are important. Well, that's probably the biggest understatement of 2018.
Vague.
They're super important in the sense that you need to start, like if you are selling, people are selling more and more online, and people are buying more and more online. Every year this number has drastically increased. Amazon changed the game and kind of brought everyone online anyway. Brick and mortar works for certain industries. However, like it's just the way everything's gone. It's on your phone, it's on your laptop. It's just the way it is. So you have to either adapt or not. A lot of tips, you can go through Google. There's a lot of tips. You can come into the office and find out. But we'll just give you a few things to keep in mind. So one of the things that I always harp on is find an app for abandoned carts. You'll see 60 to 80% of the carts are abandoned, and that's a normal rate. It's not like it doesn't happen. People always do that. Sometimes they do it in a way to organize what they want. They'll click on, okay, I want this, I want this, I want this. Then they might not actually, they're like, oh, I'll buy it later, and then they leave the cart. Sometimes they forget. Now, if you have an app or a plugin for your website, or like your marketing agency develops the software to go after that abandoned cart, now what happens is you might send an email, which you want to do within 6 hours, by the way. That's your sweet spot, within 6 hours, where, hey, noticed you abandoned the cart, or like noticed you were like shopping, then you forgot about us, have a purchase. Usually the best route is about 3 emails at least. I'm not saying consecutive, but like you have it spaced out. Hey, like a few days later, or like a next day, and then go on like that. And what you really want to do is on the second or third one, incentivize it. For like maybe 10% off, or like, hey, like, add this. We have this sale going on. If you add this right now, well, you can get all of this for.
Honestly, the amount of times companies have got me, like when I've like, even for like shoe shopping or anything online, when you're just like, all right, you know what, I'm not going to buy it today. It's too expensive, whatever. And then they come back and they're like, hey, 10% off if you sign up today. And you're just like, can't resist still.
Another thing is, we've talked about this many times, but influencers help. Start building your relationship with influencers, micro and macro, because they help a lot. From our personal experience, we even have influencers in the office. And what you find is the sponsors post work, but people actually trust influencers more than sponsors.
Do you want me to speak on the influencer thing?
Yeah.
So as an influencer myself, not in this space, but in a completely different industry on the side, what I do is I build relationships with brands, and then those brands either send me products or we work together to collaborate, and I'll try the product first. I won't, for me personally, and it's a big thing, I will not recommend something to someone if I have not tried it myself. Because there's like sometimes when companies have sent me products and I've like broken out into hives or something like that, and I'm not going to recommend a product to you if that happens to me. So for me, it's about building trust. It's about building that like credibility with not only my followers but with the brands as well, so that we continuously build that relationship, and then that's how this influencer marketing thing is thriving.
And it works. We've seen it time in and time out. With the right influencer, you can even have some sort of affiliate marketing going on with them. With the right influencers, you see a lot of traffic come through, and people trust their opinion. Some people, whether it be makeup, whether it be hair products, whether it be beard oil.
Relating this back to the weed thing then, do you think there's going to be
Oh my God, I've never actually thought of that. I've never thought about that.
LCBO, you guys have better get on this and then give me a cut.
The weekend.
Yeah, could you imagine? But so apparently, from what I read, and correct me if I'm wrong, but they're only going to be selling cannabis grown in Ontario?
I think so. From what I'm aware of.
So you won't get that BC Kush.
The thing is, I think
that was very Snoop Dogg of me. Wow.
They do want to promote business here, as well as they want to make sure they're able to regulate some of the ones. So I think that was their reasoning.
The other thing they want to do is shut out a lot of illegal websites that are selling it online as well, so that they can be the only regulator selling weed.
That's actually one of the main reasons that they're going online as well.
Yeah.
Like they want to get rid of the gray market.
It's very innovative.
Yeah, actually interesting to see the government be able to take, or a government-led body be able to recognize that and actually go forth with it.
You think it's going to be marked up though, the cannabis, weed?
I don't know the going rates. I'm sure it will be heavily taxed as well.
Yeah.
The way alcohol is here, but I think that's smart. I think they should make some sort of revenue off of it. It helps the economy as well as regulate and keep people safe. Now you're not going to have weed laced with anything. You're going to be able to curb like people coming in for a lot of issues. Violence happening on the streets will not be happening anymore because you don't need to go there. Right? I think taxing it is also a good thing. I have no problem with it. I think it's smart. Other thing for e-commerce to do is offer free shipping. Just always offer free shipping.
Yeah.
You need to price it into your product. Do it. People will have a $200 cart and will abandon it for $5 shipping.
Yep.
These are facts because I've done it
now
multiple times.
Shipping from Canada is a lot more expensive as well, so that's something you need to keep in mind if you are thinking about launching a product within Canada and shipping from Canada. If you want to lower your costs, get a distributor within the States, and it's cheaper for North American shipping that way.
Yeah, again, you want to try your best at least to find creative ways to offer free shipping. Of course, you can test it out to see what your audience is like, but most audiences prefer free shipping. It's just it's almost a mental thing, to be honest. You want to add a few more rapid fire things before we close out. You want to add flash sales sections, so just basically sales sections. So people sometimes just like to find what's on discount, and as long as you have something regularly, it'll make them want to go check it out. Or if you have people sign up for a newsletter and you send out the sales on that newsletter, people will be like, oh, look, I'll go. They might buy 5 things on sale, and then they realize they need that scarf that's marked up 50%, and they're buying it anyway. They're like, I already saved. It's a good way to get people through the door, and everyone loves sales anyway. Just have it. Obviously, do not lose your margin or don't screw your business plan. As long as it can fit into your business model, go for it. And another thing is automate your business as much as you can.
Yeah.
Anything you don't need to be entering manually, don't, because you have a lot of other things to worry about. So automate as much as you can, whether it be shipping, whether it be the back end, just computing your inventory. All of that stuff can be automated. There are softwares for it. There are marketing companies for it. There's a lot of ways to do that, but I would recommend, at least if you're at the beginning stages of it, but you have a well-established company or a store, I would say consult with an agency of some sort that has experience doing it. Yes. Shameless.
Well, we're plugging ourselves like crazy right now.
Well,
but no,
hey,
you know what?
This is what we do, though, right?
Consulting is so much better. It just spend the $200, $150, whatever the consulting fee is for any agency you choose, and actually sit down with someone who knows the industry through and through before you spend thousands of dollars trying out things for yourself that don't actually make sense and just cost you so much more in the long run.
A few more points and then we'll wrap up. Get product reviews. Just make sure people like giving their input, knowing that their opinion is valued. So you want to have that.
Adds credibility.
Take your own product pictures if you can. Manufacturers are notorious at sucking at doing this and also doing it in a way that may not suit your website. If you take your own product pictures, then guess what? You can tailor it.
Lighting is key.
Get a light box. And lastly, optimize your store with your niche keywords. You really want to make sure your SEO game is on point, because when people are looking for this, if you've designed it the right way on AdWords, for AdWords and SEO, your product itself can pop up.
Yeah.
Right? So these are things that you want to be able to handle. And if you have any more questions, there's tons of tips. You can search it online. You can ask us. There's a lot out there. But if you're running an e-commerce store, you definitely want to make sure you focus on it, because it's no longer an option. It's something mandatory. And it's not just having it anymore. It's about perfecting it. It was good maybe a few years ago just to have an e-commerce store, but now you're competing with everyone. So you want to be on the game.
So if you are using a payment processor that is not secure, or if your website is not secure, and people's credit cards get compromised, that will absolutely ruin your brand. No doubt about it. I don't even know if I have to say it, but I've seen so many websites right now that have had their built-in payment processor that don't even work. And why? just spend the time and upgrade.
Last tip, just start. Just get going.
Yep.
Do it.
Yep. Wow, we packed this entire episode with a lot of knowledge. We hope you guys enjoyed this entire episode. This whiskey is actually very good. If you like something that's pretty crisp, pretty citrusy, but not like overpowering in terms of all of that. The ginger comes through. I get a little bit of the ginger, but also that green apple.
Green apple though. Green apple came out more while it was neat, but the ice did not take away from the flavor at all.
Yep. It's a Speyside single malt, so if you guys like Speyside.
And it's in the $70 to $80. It's in the $80 range, sorry. Okay. Just so you guys know.
Right, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, be sure to like and subscribe and follow us and everything. With that being said, email us at think@outsidethebox.com for your marketing inquiries and strategies. And if you just want to talk, we're here.
Or you want to build an e-commerce website.
This is Gaush. I'm Mira. We hope you guys have a productive day.